Yo, guys, it's Tom and welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new episode of my F1 2017 career mode here for the 2018 season. We're here for Austria for round 7 of the season and pretty much the halfway point as there are 15 races in this calendar. So things are getting pretty good in the championship and overall pretty tasty. And if you haven't missed any of the episodes so far, then I do urge you to go check them out if you have missed any in the link in the description down below to the full playlist that goes all the way back from my first race in the hard sky in season 1 all the way up until now. So if you have missed anything on how we've gotten to this point, then I do urge you to go check it out if you haven't done so already. But we're here in Austria, jumping straight into qualifying, and the first of 3 runs here in the qualifying session. This time, just like in Canada last time out, kicking it off with the super soft tyre and the first lap on the super soft on the side compound to get a feel for the track and sort of get my car shaken down for the qualifying session. And the first lap was pretty okay, nothing spectacular. The pace wasn't major, and we do actually set an okay lap time, 1.5 seconds-ish off the pace, but still in last place at the time. So that was the banker lap done, and eventually we move over to the ultra soft compound and the start of the lap, as you can see. And the ultra soft's definitely a very nice compound on this circuit, and this was my best lap of the session. So we're going to run the ball now as we drove it 4 gears for the first corner, pick up the apex, get a nice bit of traction on the exit, nice and clean on the exit, picking up a couple of tenths on the delta time already compared to the super soft tyre lap as we now go up into 8th gear. And now into turn 3, you want to pick up the 100-metre ball on the left hand side, brake just after it, down to 2nd gear for the apex of turn 3, and then get nice clean crucial traction on the exit, open up the DRS here onto the back straight. And so far it's been a pretty damn good and clean lap as we now approach turn number 4. 3rd gear corner, make sure you brake as late as you dare, just after the 100-metre ball once again, and then crucial to get some good traction even though you're sort of on a curve, on a bend, so it's very dodgy to get traction through there as we now go into turn 6, the swooping left-hander that you've got to try and have the confidence to get the throttle out and use the curb on the right hand side that feeds into turn 7, and then you want to flick it right for turn 8. And at this point now, you're just basically waiting for the blind turn 9, which feeds into the final corner of turn 10. So here we go then, down at 5th gear for turn 9, just to get the nose in. Use all the curb at your disposal. Down to 4th gear for the final corner. Squirt the power on as early as you dare. Open up the DRS. And as we come across the line, where is that going to put us? P7 there. Not too bad. Ahead of Lance Stroll and also ahead of Fernando Alonso, which is quite a good result. So a pretty damn good lap there. And I did go for one more run on the ultra soft tyres, and it was a pretty good lap, I've got to say. I was really competitive throughout, and I was very close to my previous lap time, and I was actually up pretty much the entirety of the lap. But I made a little mistake out of the final corner, which you'll see. And as you can see, I'm currently down now into the final sector. I made a mistake somewhere through the middle sector, and then through the final corner I actually gained some time, but then I got on the curb too much and it cost me a bit of exit speed, so I lost the time that I gained, and eventually I did not improve on my lap time there. So that's going to pretty much relegate us to P8, and Stroll eventually overtook us with the improved lap time. So luckily we are ahead of Alonso in the qualifying session, so it's pretty damn good for us, and a pretty nice position to start the race from, and doing the best we can around a track that is majorly a power circuit and a track that doesn't really suit the Audi car. So doing the best with what we could and the tools at our disposal. But crucially, we've beaten Alonso in qualifying for the first time in a while, with Valtteri Bottas dominating qualifying there ahead of Carlos Sainz. But look how close the top 6 are. They're absolutely incredible, and hopefully that's the scene to come tomorrow in the race for Sunday. So let's jump into the Austrian Grand Prix. Right, so here we are then. It's race day at Austria for round 7 of the season, and we've got Pierre on the grid in qualifying. Not too bad after we managed to beat Alonso for the first time in a while in qualifying, so that's pretty damn good. Also, the grid is so close in the top 6, and I think we're going to be battling Stroll today and possibly Alonso. We might try and get into the mix of the top 6, but I feel like their pace is just a little bit too much around here, and our straight line speed deficit is pretty poor. But looking at the race strategy for the race today, as you can see, starting on the ultras, moving on to the softs, and then going on to the super softs at the end with the 2-stop strategy. Seems like the most feasible thing to do, and there's a chance of cloud towards the end of the race, but I've overfueled the car slightly, added a little bit more extra fuel in because I think we're going to use a lot of fuel around this circuit, and I want to be trying to be nice and aggressive with the fuel strategy. So hopefully we can have a good race. I'm running a slightly more lower downforce setup, so I might struggle through the corners a little bit in the opening phase of the Grand Prix, but I like my chances, and you never know, just like in Canada last time out, you just never know. You just got to keep believing, and something might come our way. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the race. Right then, here we go. We're going to get up to the 5 red lights, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go for Austria, round 7 of the season. It's a pretty good start off line. I'm going to cover off the inside and not let the Williams of Massa get by as we go into turn 1 for the first time. Let's keep it easy on the apex, a little bit of contact with Massa there, try trying to force his way through. Yellow flag behind. I think Alonso has got tangled up in an instant. And look at the straight line speed we got here, but already falling back. And Stroll's making a move on Verstappen. They're 3 wide up ahead as we go into turn 3 for the first time this race. Let's take it easy. Cut back underneath these guys. I've got to be very intelligent in how I drive this opening phase of the Grand Prix. Ricardo's a shocking exit out of turn 3, and I've gotten past Verstappen also. Great exit from me. They're getting some good traction. Stroll up into P4. He's going to get boxed in though behind Sebastian Vettel. I'm going to try and use this as a possibility to try and get the inside of Stroll. I tap the back of Lewis ever so slightly, and I can't get past. And we're down to P6 for now. I'm going to let these two battle out as Lewis tries to look around the outside of Stroll. Is he going to pull it off? Oh, not quite. I'm going to have a look at the inside though. Not quite being able to commit to the move. It's been a very good start here up into P6, and I think Bottas and Sainz are still leading the way up front, but my teammate Alonso, there'll be a replay on screen at some point in this, but caught up in an incident at turn 1, which isn't ideal for the team and for us scoring points here today, but I'll try and once again try and score the points for the team as Sainz is the man leading the way here at the end of lap 1, and I'm right behind Lewis here. I ain't got enough straight on speed to get past him, even though I'm in his slipstream, but I can maybe ever go into turn 3 if I have a good exit out of here, which I have done. Right, let's try this again. Right, very deep in the slipstream off the Mercedes car. I can't get any more of a toes. Here we go, pulling alongside Lewis Hamilton. Can I pull it off on the brakes? He's going to match me to be fair to him, but I'm going to take the inside line. Can I pick up the traction? Yes, I do, and I'm up into P5, so good start here, and just try and follow Stroll, and who knows, maybe get past him and try and solidify P4 for a little while, but right now, it's been a great start here, and Vettel looks a little bit sluggish. I think Stroll might be looking to possibly eye him up for a move here. Right now, I'm right at the back of Lance, so let's have a look. Maybe I can try and size him up towards the end of this lap. DRS will become unavailable towards next lap, onto lap 3, so that's something to keep an eye out for as we're kind of in the purple middle sector, obviously. Proper first lap of the Grand Prix. We're still right behind Stroll here, and I actually fancy myself getting past him. Sainz and Bottas are absolutely bolted up front, so those two in league of their own. Stroll going very slowly through there, through the final corner, or the penultimate corner, sorry. Good exit now through the final corner though, I've got to say. I'm going to be right in his slipstream. Let's see if we can try and get past him. I don't think turn 1 is going to be a possibility, but just like Lewis last time, I can set myself up for a turn 3 dive, or not, because I've had a poor exit. That's going to hurt me quite severely, and I'm going to be on the back foot. Lewis is going to be on the back of me here. I don't think he's close enough to make a dive into turn 3, but he's going to have DRS into turn 4. Meanwhile, Stroll goes for a move on Sebastian Vettel. Luckily, I've still got DRS on these two, so I'm still going to be right in the fight here. Open up the rear flap. Vettel's not got DRS, so let's try to slipstream him and try and make the move. Here we go, pull into the inside of Sebastian. Stroll's got past him. Oh, we're very close to not hit the back of Lance Stroll here. Got up the inside of Vettel, made the move stick and up into P4. There we go. Me and Stroll having an incredible start this race. And again, that's us right up the sharp end. And these are some pretty lofty heights for the pair of us. But right, I want to try and get past Stroll now because I've got the pace to get past him at least. And I'm not too bad on the straights. Like I said, I'm sacrificing a bit of corner speed in the downforce department to try and be more competitive in a straight line. I can't even get past this Williams though in a straight line. Locking up the right front into turn 9 there, now into turn 10. Oh, I'm literally pushing Stroll through the corner. Let's open up DRS here and try and make a move on the Canadian. I'm going to pull to the inside. This time I've got a bit of speed. I'm almost alongside. Make the move up the inside of turn 1. I've locked up a bit, run a bit deep. I've full Stroll out wide, so that's going to give me the gap that I need. And I think now Hamilton's trying to make a pop at Lance, but either way, I'm now in P3 and I can try and pull away from these guys. Okay, Sainz and Bottas pit this lap. I'm standing up for one more. There's a huge battle between Stroll, Hamilton, Vettel and them lot back there, but I'm doing one more lap. I'm going to stay. I'm going to crank up to rich mix and try and push this lap and try and make this one count. I'm going to go for the overcut, maybe a slightly longer strategy. Meanwhile, Bottas onto soft tires from what I could see, and Sainz onto super soft. So different strategies there. I'm going to try and push this lap and see what I can do. Those guys seem to come out in traffic, so I might just want to stay out 1 or 2 more laps. Right then, here we go. Pull into the inside. It's coming for our our first stop of the race onto soft tyres. Let's push this pit entry a bit. Be nice and aggressive. Make sure we hit our marks. Don't speed. There we go. Nice pit entry. That was pretty damn good. We have to hope that Bottas and Sainz came out in a bit of traffic. That's going to give me the leeway that I need to try and maybe go for the overcut and make it work. Meanwhile, Ricardo in behind me, I think, got a few soft tyre runners driving by, so they're going long in his first stint. Here comes Sainz. He's gone by. I can't see Bottas. There he is, he's behind Hulkenberg, so Bottas has got caught up in traffic, so that's a possibility for us to maybe catch him while he's behind Hulkenberg, but I feel like that may be short-lived. We're going to rejoin just ahead of this all pack of cars here, and we're going to crucially be ahead of Leclerc and Van Dorn, so luckily we've just joined ahead of that huge train of cars, so the pit stop's been perfectly timed and we're not going to be in any traffic. Oh my god, they're going 3 wide up ahead, and I've got to pass all these 3 for position. They're not even lap cars. It's Hulkenberg, Gasly and Rosenqvist going at it, and the same sort of trio that had that contact in Canada. But here we go, pulling alongside these guys. I haven't even got DRS yet. I've already got past Gasly. It goes to show how much time I gain in the brake zone there. But here we go, we're in a drag race with Pierre Gasly here as we go into turn 4. Let's look up the inside here, possibly of Hulkenberg. He's been held up by Rosenqvist, who's making the pass on him. And here we are on the outside of Hulk. Can we make the move? I'm going to squeeze him a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off the outside move, or can I? Let's see what sort of grip we get. A little bit of contact, but Hulkenberg's still on my inside. I'm going to leave him the room. Alright, there we go. I've got the outside, which will become the inside for the next bit. And there we go. We've got past Nico. And now let's try and crack on and get past Rosenqvist. And then we can try and chase down Bottas. I'm in rich mix now because I'm trying to get a move on here. So here we go. Bottas he's already gotten past the next part of traffic. So Bottas really making good strides here. Sainz is back into the net race lead now with them super soft tyres. But here we go, making the move on Rosenqvist here into turn 1. Nice comfortable move up the inside. And now let's hope he can pull away on this straight, because right now that 14 is going to look to get past me. Meanwhile, there's a lot cracking up ahead, about 5 cars there. And Bottas is right in that mix. So here comes Felix. He's going to look for the inside. Not quite though on the brakes, he just can't get there. I'm going to leave him the room on the inside, but he's actually gone for a spin. Or not quite, he's actually saved it. So I think he might have got caught up on the curb, because I didn't touch him. I didn't feel anything from my force feedback, unless maybe he very lightly tapped me, but I didn't feel anything from my wheel. So I think I left him in the room. Meanwhile, we've got a bit more traffic. We've got a lap car in the form of Kevin Magnussen, who's had an absolute shocker. So we're going to have to dissect our way through this traffic now, and it's a Renault, I think that's Kubica in there, Magnussen also, and Grosjean. So there you go, a couple of Haas cars, one being lapped, being used as a shield / buffer. Kubica and Grosjean really getting into it. Then we've got Perez also in there as well, so we need to get past these guys because Bottas has gone through this train way too easily. And there's going to be a bit of a hold up here into the pit lane. Magnussen's up ahead. Please get the way. It's blue flags, mate. Cheers. There we go. Magnussen gets out the way nice here. Now let's try and pick off Grosjean, and Kubica once again is doing the business here at Austria, up into P3 now, and obviously going long on those tyres, but good strategy from the pole. And here we go then, let's pick up a toe of Roman Grosjean. I'm in rich mix, so I should be able to compete slightly in a straight line. Here we go, we're slowly gaining. I'm going to have to just go for it in the brakes here. Up the inside of turn 3, there we go, easy move. Run it out wide, and that's the move done and dusted. Now we should be able to get past Kubica fairly easily once we get through turn 4. I should have the traction out the corner to get past him. So here we go, let's get nice and late on the brakes. Get right on the back of the pole driver here, and just squeeze the traction on. And can I look up the inside? Oh, he's going to just shut the door on me there. I'm going to take the inside though through here, and just make our way through. And there we go, I'm up into P3 now, back into my original position. And let's see what our pace is like and whether we can get past Bottas or not. Oh, yellow flag behind. Gasly's out of the Austrian Grand Prix, so that's a virtual safety car, and we'll have to get a replay of that, of what happened. He looks like he might have had a crash and not a breakdown, but either way, virtual safety car, so we're going to save a little bit of fuel and try and see what our strategy options are. Virtual safety car came back in, however, I'm not really that quick. I'm already losing time to Bottas. He's just way faster than me around here, and I can't really match his lap times. You know, I did gain a bit in the virtual safety car, about a second actually, so he lost a bit of time. I one of his bits on the restart, but either way, my pace is just, it is what it is around here. This isn't a track where I expected to be competing, and to be honest with you, I never thought I'd be in 3rd place. So if we come home today with a podium, that would be absolutely spectacular. But right now, I think we're in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Okay, now Hulkenberg's out of the race behind us. That does seem like an engine blowout this time round, so another retirement. I wonder if that will trigger a virtual safety car again, or maybe an actual safety car. Right now, there's nothing triggered, so we're going to continue on as normal here, but like I said, we're in a bit of no man's land, so we're just going to keep on just turning laps here, but I feel like maybe nothing will happen for a little while now, because we're just not really doing anything. Okay, so Sainz just pit that last lap for, I'm guessing, soft tyres. So he's off them supers now. He'll be going 18 laps to the end on soft. So now basically counting down the laps until me and Bottas eventually pit. But I hope Sainz comes out in some sort of traffic. That would really help out and really make the end of the race a bit more interesting. But right now, 3rd is probably the best I'm going to get. So we've got to be realistic here. 3rd place is a great result because I never thought I'd get a podium in Spain. I never even thought I'd win the race in Canada. And I never thought, I thought I would win in Monaco or be in the mix there. but that was the only track out of like, these last 4 that I thought I'd be competitive in, and so far I'm on a podium position again here, so the results have been far better than I really expected, hence why I'm leading the championship for that particular reason, because I'm just so consistent even though the car performance isn't really there. Charles Leclerc out the race for the 2nd race in a row, and I believe I'm pitting this lap. Okay, that's perfect, so I'm pitting this lap. Right, so let's slow down, let's make sure we don't get a penalty first. Right, there we go. So what I was thinking was, I was considering staying out to the end of the race on these tyres, but because of the virtual safety car now, this is a great opportunity. I'm not really going to get anything out of the race, but it's still a good chance nonetheless, and I'm going to use the pit lane to abuse the VSC speed limit. So here we go then into the pit lane. Let's make sure we hit our marks, slow it all down, and there we go. I think Bottas has stayed out, so that's going to be interesting. So Bottas is going to have to make a pit stop. He was 9 seconds ahead of me, and I'm literally using this VSC to try and catch him. So here we go, on to Super Softs, and let's try and push. It's about to end, so I think we've timed this to absolute perfection. Let's try and exit the pit lane so we don't lose much time. And here we go then, out of the pit lane. DRS now enabled, and that's been a perfect VSC pit stop. So let's try and crack on now. We're up to P3. Hamilton's in P4 behind on Super Softs. So now let's crank it up and let's try and have a major at lap here before Bottas pits into this lap. Okay, Bottas is in the pit lane. He's gone on to Super Softs. Let's see where he is. I think he's near the pit exit. There he is on the mini-map. He's exiting the pit lane now. So let's try and have a mega turn 1 here and try and maybe get on the back of him. There he is. Oh, we're not just close enough. We couldn't make the VSC stop work completely. I'm going to push the brake zone of turn 3, but that was our chance of maybe getting something else out of this race. So I think we're going to have to settle for P3 unless our pace on this tyre is really damn good. But Bottas in a Mercedes on them fresh tyres, I think it's going to be a little bit too quick for us. But let's try and see what we can do. But I feel like the battle is lost. Okay, so a bit of an update. Sainz has been overtaken by Bottas just right now. So those two have a little bit of a battle on track. Bottas' pace on the Super Soft is absolutely ridiculous, and I can't match these two guys. Lewis is now up into P4, and my lap times are pretty okay. I'm in standard mix now, just trying to bring the car home, but I'm still very happy. P3 is going to be the best possible result for us this race, and something I never really expected. So let's just try and bring the car home now, and try and bring it to the end of the race. Right then, into the final sector, and it's going to be Bottas who wins in Austria, and I actually had the pace. I was catching Sainz slightly, but he was basically within Bottas' DRS for the remainder of the race, and then I couldn't catch him. But here we go, across the line, P3 for Austria, not too shabby, and the pace was okay, nothing spectacular, but luckily we did our damage in the first 2 stints, and the soft tyre really helped, really put some distance between myself and everybody else, and overall that's going to mean a very good positive race result for us, and well deserved 15 points, and ones that will do very nicely for the World Drivers' Championship. But overall an okay race here, and we're now going to look at the final race results. And looking at the final race results, Bottas wins ahead of Sainz, and obviously myself in 3rd place on the podium there, with Lewis Hamilton finishing in P4 and Verstappen down in P5. Lance Stroll in a very impressive 6th place, with Sebastian Vettel only in P6. So Ferrari's race pace really poor. They just drop off the face of the earth there, with Felix Rosenqvist in P12. Good result for him there, with Roman Grosjean in P9 and Robert Kubica picking up a point there for Renault. Fernando Alonso down in P12. And then looking at the Drivers' Championship, I'm still leading by 13 points ahead of Bottas, but I got a 31 point cushion over Sainz and 57 over Lewis, so I've got a nice cushion, and right now my only main rival is Bottas and possibly Sainz. So something I never thought I'd be saying going into Austria, that I'd be leading the championship, but overall a very good race here, and that means that for the Constructors' Championship that Mercedes are still leading the way by 35 points over Audi, and Red Bull have caught Audi up a little bit, and that's to be expected because the Red Bull is a faster car anyway. So overall, it's been a very good episode here today, and a very good race, and once again a very unexpected podium. And if you guys have enjoyed this episode, then please leave a big thumbs up on the video. Let's see if we can try and smash 125 likes, and I'll upload the next one tomorrow. Also, if you're new around here, why not subscribe to my channel if you are new around here, so I'm really hitting a good stride at the moment, and the channel is growing quite nicely. You want to be on board for all the F1 2017 hype that is on its way. And if you haven't missed any of the videos on screen right now, then I do urge you to go check them out if you haven't done so already. But I thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.